Special shout out to BlazeBro Gaming for recreating the NBR group as Minecraft avatars. Want to submit your own fan art? Go to my Discord server and submit it in the art museum. Link is in the description. Come on, Edward! You can pull that train! Yes! I knew you could do it! Great job, Edward!
Ha! You watch, Thomas! You're childish! I bet you also watch Peppa Pig! Ha! Loser!
Take that back!
What the hell?
Thomas is nothing like Peppa Pig. One thing you might not know about me is that I love to watch cartoons. Whenever I'm not making videos or playing Animal Crossing, Pikmin 3, or Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, I like to watch cartoons. SpongeBob SquarePants, VeggieTales, Phineas and Ferb, Thomas the Tank Engine. Although, that one's a bit of a stretch, but screw it, I'm adding it anyway. Total Drama Island, DuckTales. I love cartoons! Now, you might notice that I place some bad apples in the mix, and you're on your way to the comment section telling me that those are not good shows. Maybe going as far to say that they are just like Peppa Pig. Well, I'm here to tell you that Thomas and VeggieTales are nothing like Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is most definitely the worst cartoon ever made, and in this video, I'll be explaining why. Let's start by pointing out the first thing you'll notice when you watch this show. The character designs. This is supposed to be a pig? It literally looks like anything else than a pig. You cannot sternly look at me in the eye and tell me that's a pig. At least in VeggieTales and Thomas, I can tell what they are just by looking at them. Like, that's a tomato, a tank engine, a cucumber, a tender engine, asparagus, a diesel. But this looks nothing like a pig. It looks like it was made by some guy that didn't know what a pig was and those outlines are sticking out! Why are they sticking out? They look poorly rushed. At least in the Mr. Men show they had smoother bodies, and they don't even have outlines sticking out. And they didn't even bother fixing this, so instead they reused the exact same images for ads and magazines. How lazy can you get? We haven't even talked about the episodes yet, and we're already seeing problems. As for the episodes themselves, they're not very good. Mainly because how bad Peppa is written. There's one episode where they went to Mr. Potato's gym, and Peppa immediately went back to preschool and drew a picture of her dad
When she was supposed to draw a vegetable.
and it was immediately aired on TV just to insult her dad. Peppa, did anyone tell you to respect your parents? Rowley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid understood that. What was the point of fat-shaming him? And it's not just her parents she disrespects, she's also rude to her friends. There's an episode called The Quarrel where she accused her friend for cheating and immediately tells her that she's not her friend. What a sore loser! It's just a game. Not everyone can win. If only every kid from Roblox and Fortnite could learn that.
This is easy. What the? What? God! What?
Or what about the episode Whistling, where she's so sad because she can't whistle, so she called her friend for some sympathy, only to immediately hang up right after hearing her whistle. That's just selfish. Why are you always rude to your friends? Why do they keep hanging out with you after all those times you treated them bad? But my least favorite episode of all time is a tie between Swimming and Very Hot Day. In Swimming, the family goes to a pool and are immediately joined by the rabbit family. A few minutes later, George and Richard start pouring water on Peppa and Rebecca and immediately lost the watering can and start crying. First of all, They were the ones being rude to their siblings. For once, Peppa actually tells them to stop not too harshly, but they still kept doing it while rudely laughing. Second, when they lost the watering can and started crying, the parents didn't even tell them to calm down or say what they did was rude and disrespectful. They just let them cry, hear their begs to get the can back, and right after Daddy Pig fetches it, not only did they never thank him, but started pouring water on him, not even learning their lesson, and are back to spoiled brats. Man, Daddy Pig can't catch a break on the show, can he? Third, the cry. I hate the cry! Out of all the things I hate about the show, George is definitely the crown jewel of what's wrong with the show in the first place. He gets away with whatever stupid thing he's doing, and whenever something never goes his way, he whines about it. Nobody even teaches him how to learn some manners, and here he is just pouring rivers. And don't even get me started on the sound of his cry. It bleeds my ears! Ugh! I'd rather hear Toad's voice on Ear Rape than this. This is very annoying. And we haven't even talked about the other episode that I hate. Let's just get this over with. Very Hot Day. Another one of the worst episodes of all time. There's a scene where Miss Rabbit sells ice cream to the pigs, and George gets a dinosaur-iced lolly. Rather than just eating it straight away, he starts playing with it like a toy. Even his mom told him to eat it before it melts, but this simple-minded tot paid no attention. And when it finally melts, he starts pouring rivers again. Oh, don't cry about it. You were the one that was playing with your food. You didn't even listen to your mother. And the worst part about this episode is that they still didn't teach him polite manners because he was given Daddy Pig's ice cream that was meant for him. Look at him in the next scene. He looks like he's having a heat stroke. If Peppa is selfish, rude, and an entitled girl to her friends and family, then George is a spoiled brat that gets away with whatever he's doing and is never punished for his actions. This scene right here describes George in every accurate way possible. He played with his food, ignored his mom, wasted food and money, whined about it, and is immediately rewarded with no consequences whatsoever. It's like if they took the soul of Caillou and shoved it up a pig's ass. Hell, I think George might be, dare I say it, worse than Caillou by a long shot. It's just a kid's show! Don't you realize that this show was made for preschoolers that don't know any better? Think, Matt, think! What will you get out of criticizing something that's made for babies? This show doesn't have morals. Who cares? Neither does VeggieTales and Thomas, and they are still as popular as Peppa. Don't you dare say that! You still think Thomas and VeggieTales are similar to Peppa? Well, does Peppa have an episode where a tender engine breaks its side rods and still pulled a heavy train during a thunderstorm? I think not. What about an episode where a giant blue monster destroys a city and almost eats one of the main characters? You don't see that in Peppa! People that call me childish when I watch these two shows don't realize that these are more than just kid shows. Thomas the Tank Engine is a show about trains. They live on an island together and have to learn how to deal with each other. Some engines are friendly, some are stubborn, some get the job done, some don't. Some like to brag about how better and important they are, only to have them cause an accident and learn from their mistake in the end. Edward's exploit is one of the best episodes in the show. It's a showcase of how Edward is still a reliable engine despite his old age. Even if it storms or the wind pushes him back, or even if his side rods break, he'll still try to pull that heavy train, and he succeeded! It's a neat little don't judge a book by its cover story. And what about VeggieTales? It's a show where vegetables on a countertop retell Bible stories in their own goofy way. And sometimes they make their own stories by parodying pop culture. Every story ends with the characters learning their lesson, and each episode ends with Bob and Larry reading a Bible verse. VeggieTales was ahead of its time because it can do one thing that other Christian shows can't. Be funny. Silly songs with Larry, self-aware humor, one-liners that can make you chuckle.
Do I at least get a lollipop?
And the pop culture references. Heck, it's so funny that even non-Christian viewers watch this show. Larry Boy and the Fit from Outer Space is my favorite episode in the show. Not only is it a funny parody of Batman, but it teaches a lesson that telling a lie can trap you, and only the truth can set you free. What lessons does Peppa Pig teach? Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Peppa Pig is another garbage preschooler show that alienates children into whiny, miserable jerks. It has no lessons to teach the kids, and it has no excuse for being popular in the first place. And if you still think I'm over-exaggerating, even parents hate this show. They hate it so much that they banned their kids from watching it just because they were mimicking the bad behaviors from Peppa and George. Peppa Pig is a bad cartoon, and I'll never understand why it got so much overrated fame. Oh man, that was a pain to talk about.
Matt, there you are. I was worried about you. Are you okay? What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just some guy thought I was too childish, so he tried to kill me.
Oh my gosh, that's low. Well, I got you some ice packs just in case you need it.
Thanks, Cappy.
Hey, now that you're here, why don't we watch some cartoons together?
Yeah, one with great characters, clever writing, maybe some morals at the end of each episode.
Say no more!
Hello, everyone! Matt the Cat here, and thank you so much for watching this video. I've been wanting to talk about why Peppa Pig is bad for such a long time, and I'm glad I finally got the chance. If you like this show for some reason, that's okay, but please don't harass me in the comments for being too childish. Anyways, that is all the time that I got for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Meow meow!